Hi everybody. Tonight I'm going to do homemade Salisbury steak. Once again, it's a budget meal. I'm doing all the prep work right now. I got the onions at Aldi's. They're $1.99 for a big bag. I got the mushrooms for $1. They were marked down. Again, when you buy marked down stuff, you use it the same day. And I got 2 packs of hamburger that I'm going to use. And I think I paid like $2.50 for 2 packs of hamburger. Once again, it was marked down. Me and my husband like to shop marked down stuff because it's just, I mean, you know, who don't want to save money? And I like to make your meals as cheaply as possible. So I already got the mushrooms in the strainer and I've rinsed them off. Always rinse off produce. Always, always. And I'm going to cut up these onions. This is one of my go-to meals. He loves steak and gravy. I'm probably going to make garlic mashed potatoes with it. But no, I'm not making homemade mashed potatoes. That's saved for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I think it's the Hormel brand. It was whatever was buy one, get one free. So, they were pretty cheap. They're really good, so, you know, nobody's complaining about Hormel or Bob Evans potatoes. They taste pretty good. I mean, I like them. Okay. Let's go ahead. I don't think I really need the cutting board because I'm just cutting this stuff up into a bowl. Like I said, this is just prep. I go ahead and prep before a meal a lot of times. It just saves me time when I'm going to put the meal together. And I'm doing 2 onions because he likes a lot of onions in his steak and gravy. I'm going to do one day how to make a box cake taste like a homemade cake. Anytime my husband wants a cake, I use the box cake mix, and I just add different than what they tell you on the box to add to make it taste like a homemade cake. Man, saves a lot of time, half the time, making a homemade cake. And you can also make the icing if you like. Icing's not that hard to make, but he likes that Duncan Hines whipped cream cheese frosting. And he likes it with chocolate cake. So that's usually what I do. And it's fairly simple to make. I don't make as much cake as I used to because mainly it's just me and him that'll eat a piece of cake or something once in a while. We can't eat a whole cake. Now, when my son was home, I could make a cake and it would get eaten, but now I think it's cheaper to just go to Harris Teeter or Food Line and buy one of those single slices of cake and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, almost through with these onions. Set these to the side and wash the onion off my hand because they don't all smell like onions. Okay, my mushrooms are already prepped and ready to go. So we're gonna deal with the hamburger now. Hamburger I got was Harris Teeter, and each pack was like $1.50. So that's $3. We're gonna put it in the bowl. And like I said, you're fine buying marked down stuff, you just can't let it sit around forever. That's the only thing. Use it when you buy it. Okay. put salt and pepper. You know me, lots of pepper. And some garlic powder. And I don't measure this, I just put in what I think I want. And I like throwing a little bit of Italian seasoning too. It's just like the Dollar Tree, El Cheapo, Italian seasoning. I buy whatever's cheapest. Okay, I'm gonna mix this up. Get all the seasoning mixed throughout there. Okay, let me go wash my hands. I'm in a paper towel. They're right there. Now instead of breadcrumbs, I use a little pack of these Ritz crackers. I just think it makes it taste richer. A lot of people use breadcrumbs. Some people use cornflakes. Some people use actual bread. That's another one of those personal preference things. You can use whatever you like. I like Ritz crackers. Okay. And it's just one of those little small sleeves. I'm just going to crunch them up in there. Like that. And just mix it all up. Until it's all incorporated. And that is perfect. Let me wash my hands again. Paper towel. Wipe up the crumbs I made. We are also going to use 2 packs, and I got this at Aldi's. It's brown gravy mix. You can make homemade brown gravy. I don't have that kind of time in my life right now. Just need a cup of cold water. So he likes lots of gravy, so I honestly used to. And we're going to have the mushrooms in there, the onions, and then mashed potatoes. If I can find my mashed potatoes. We may not be having mashed potatoes. Anyway, the gravy's enough, honestly. But if not, I will make some kind of cheesy potatoes or something for him. Because I do have potatoes I can cut up. Well, that's all for right now. We'll be back when we begin to prepare the meal. Okay, we're back. Next, what we're going to do is put our onions and our mushrooms in. I put just it's less than a 1/4 cup of oil. You can use butter, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to add my washed and drained mushrooms. And yes, we like a lot of mushrooms. You know, go big or go home. Then we're going to put the onions in. Let's get them all. And once again, a little bit of pepper on that. And a little bit of salt. Now this is kind of, I make my steak and gravy. A lot of people put the onions inside the beef. I don't do that. We're going to cook this down and sweat this down for a bit, probably for about 15 minutes. And then remove it and then cook the meat. So I'm going to put a lid on this and we shall be back. Okay, as you can see, everything's almost sweated down. I want the mushrooms done because steak and gravy, that's important. You don't want half-done mushrooms. It's just kind of gross. So I think these deserve another 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay. So this is how this looks. It's all done. We're going to set this to the side. And we've pattied out the meat into 7 patties. More than I thought we'd have. So somebody's going to have leftovers. Press it down. This in the sink, wash your hands. And I'm going to cover this up and let this cook. And honestly, it's probably going to take about 20 minutes. Once that's done, we'll take the patties out, make our gravy, put the patties back in, pour the gravy over, and pour the mushrooms and onion mixture in and kind of let it all simmer together for about 15 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, this has been about 10 minutes in. We got one side nicely browned, as you can see. I'm going to say about 10 more minutes because they're still leaking red juices. We want the meat done. I don't take no chances with hamburger. So we'll be back when they're completely... Okay, we got our meat done. Now we are going to start the gravy. Okay. Just set the camera right there. Okay, you start out with cold water. I'm going to turn this on, but you do put the gravy mix in while the water is cold. So we're going to use 2 packs of gravy, and that's 2 cups of water. And this is a budget meal, but it's not exactly quick. So. But I was off today, so I honestly did not mind. Alright. I'm going to get my whisk. And basically what you're doing, you're going to keep this whisk so it don't clump up. Usually by the time it boils, it's about done, so we'll see. Just cleaning up some of my clutter. That to come to a boil. I've used gravy packs before, and really they're just as good as homemade gravy. I know some people won't believe that, but I haven't had any complaints. And if I was going to make homemade gravy, add another hour of cooking time to this whole meal. And it's long enough as it is. for that to come to a boil, thicken up. And that's Red outside barking at probably a raccoon or something. And as soon as the gravy is done, we will be back. Okay. Now that we have the meat in there, we're going to add the mushroom and the onion. And we got this on medium instead of high. Sorry about my water running, but I like to wash this as well as I go. So we don't have a million onions. Add the gravy. Try to get it all out. We're going to put this on simmer for about 20 minutes and then we'll be... Okay. While that's simmering, I'm going to put in a can of Harris Teeter peas and carrots. I just put it in with some salt and pepper and a little bit of butter and let that simmer about 10 or 15 minutes. And that'll be a side dish along with the garlic mashed potatoes, which were buy one, get one free. I'm just going to microwave those. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, everything's done. I'm going to show you everything. It's yummy. Wish we had smell-o-vision. It smells great. And we got our mashed potatoes with some butter and pepper and salt in them. And we got Mr. Pawpaw's favorite, peas and carrots. He loves those things. So, can't go wrong. Probably just have light bread. I'm not going to have any bread, but he probably will with butter. So, that's our meal for the day. It's a pretty good budget meal. I probably got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about $5 in this meal. It's not bad. I bought most of it on markdown. But I will see you again soon. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. And we'll see you soon.